Did you press it?
Yep.
Okay. Hi.
I wanted it to pass.
That's why we have a blanket. And also because I don't like bugs.
Because I don't like books.
We're gonna share our firsts, worsts, and bests. 2 of each. We decided ahead of time which of each. Sounds like a different language.
Okay, so we're gonna start with the 2 firsts. Do you want to share? So, do you want to share first?
You can share first.
Okay.
You can share your first.
Oh yeah. This first is first hair dyeing experience. I dyed my hair. I tried to dye it black, but it ended up just going like 2/10 darker than my hair already was, and my hair is pretty light naturally, so like it just went a little bit more brown. But then it went black because I threw a tantrum and we went back because I was like crying.
Okay. First time I dyed my hair was in October of 8th grade. I'm big on the dates of things.
I can't remember anything.
Yeah. In my junior high, we weren't allowed to dye our hair on natural colors, so I decided I had to get away with it. So I dyed my hair blue-black, so only in certain lightings it looked blue, but in most lightings it looked black, and I felt really sneaky and cool.
I did that too. My hair was blue-black for a long time. Blue-black. But like the top half of my hair was like...
It's stressing me out. Okay, we're good.
Was really blue, was like the blue-black, and like in almost every lighting it looked like purple or blue, and then the bottom was like a dark
Mine
burgundy.
was like perfect in all of it. It was weird. Okay. First time we met. I'm pretty sure we've shared this before, but it's just a fun story.
Yeah.
So we had like a bunch of like friends in common that used to hang out in front of this one friend's house.
Now we don't hang out with them anymore. We
Yeah,
just
none of them hang out. Yeah.
Boo, everyone else sucks.
I actually saw her on Facebook like a bajillion times, and I figured she would be one of those like stuck-up, snotty kind of people, but turns out I was totally wrong.
The complete opposite of me.
I know. I actually didn't expect us to get so close ever.
Neither did I. I just thought you were like that weird. I thought you were gonna be kind of stuck up too.
Yeah, but like, anyway, but we met at that friend's house, and we like sat next to each other for a while, and we're kind of talking.
And she jammed her freaking phone between my legs. I had my legs like this, and she just like jammed it in there, and
I was just like, tell me when it vibrates. And then it didn't vibrate, and finally I was like, I'm just gonna check it. So I pulled it out, and it vibrated.
No, I
immediately.
went pee.
Oh, either way, it only
I went
vibrated
pee, and I was like, take your phone back. And I went pee, and it vibrated like twice.
Yeah, that was a fun time.
Okay.
Fun day.
You can go first on this one because I have no idea.
Worst date you've been on?
Worst date.
I kind of don't count the one that happened last month because even though that was my worst date, it didn't really feel like a date.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna not count that. Worst date I was on was with this one guy who shall not be named. It was our second date, and we walked all the way down the street to a Subway and just kind of sat there and talked, which was nice. But on the way back, there was like a car chase going on with like a ton of police officers. We were afraid we were gonna get run over, and I was like, holy crap, because we saw it like zoom by. And then when we finally got to the intersection right near my house, we couldn't pass because that's where they finally caught him. So we were like, crap. So we walked back a ways and then jaywalked across, like right next to all these police officers. I was freaking out. And then we walked all the way back to my house. It took forever. And then once we got to my house, we played Uno. And then he started like, like flinging the cards at me. And it was like jabbing into my arm. Like there were like welts on my arm because of how hard he was flinging them. And I kept telling him to stop, and he wouldn't stop, like flicking the freaking cards at me. There were cards everywhere. And then we walked to a park because it started raining, and he tried to teach me how to longboard, and it just didn't work very well. And it just like felt more like hanging out, and it was like unpleasant hanging out rather than a date. Shut up.
You be quiet. I don't actually know. Like, I've only been on a couple like official dates. Like the only official dates I've been on, I paid for.
I know, I always choose. I'm just like, you're going on a date with me. You have no choice.
Well, like I've never actually been asked on a date. Like, I could be dating, like, Brendan, I've been dating him for over 9 months now. And I've taken him on every single day. I've paid for every single day.
It's okay.
He's
I'll
gonna
take you
get
on
mad.
dates.
Take me on date.
Friend date.
I don't know, the worst date I probably went on? I don't know.
I'm gonna do this thing again.
Okay.
Okay, it's still on. I like the lighting.
I have no idea. Like, honestly. I have such a terrible memory.
And then my memory's like precise.
This day at this hour at this exact minute.
It's a dragonfly.
A dragonfly?
Hi, dragonfly.
A dragonfly. Hi, Fran. Okay, I don't know. Probably. I don't know. I know I've been on a couple dates that weren't fun. At some point, they just like sucked. But I can't remember which date.
Okay.
Because I've only been on like
So basically all of them?
kind of.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to share the next one too? Since
Yeah.
you did? Worst kiss. Can I go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
I already told you that.
Oh yeah.
We just had this conversation. Your memory really does suck.
I know. Probably the worst kiss was when I was when I was dating somebody like back in like 8th grade. He wanted to make out, and this was in like my grandma's hallway that smelled like dog piss. Because we weren't allowed to go downstairs, like, and my mom wasn't home that weekend. And so my grandma was yelling at me and told me I couldn't go downstairs. So we ended up sitting in the hallway in the back, right by the garage door. And he was trying to make out with me, and he stuck his tongue in my mouth, and I accidentally bit his tongue, and it just ended the kiss. And I was like, I'm sorry. And he's like,
I've done that too, but it didn't end the kiss. My turn?
yes.
Okay, my worst kiss was probably most of them with the first guy I dated. Because we had both never kissed anybody before. And so neither of us really knew what we were doing, and probably the worst one was actually over there in my carport, because we used to like kind of hug for a half an hour after school. Like when he would drop me off, we would just stand there and hug, and then afterwards like awkwardly pull away and look at each other like, are we gonna kiss today? Kind of look. And then we would, but it would be like awkward elongated pecks, like they wouldn't really be anything, just like basically, yeah. But he wanted to know how to make that noise that you hear when like you hear other people kiss, or like on movies and stuff, and he thought it was made by sucking in. That's just all I gotta say.
Oh my god.
It was very awkward.
Okay, you can do the best, and then I'll do the second best.
Best kiss.
Best kiss.
Let me think. Probably actually that one where I bit the guy's tongue. I had been crushing on him for a while, and we were hanging out, and he knew that I liked him because all of his friends kept telling him, and all of his friends kept telling me that he didn't like me, but we were still like hang out and like kind of flirt and stuff, because he was a very flirty personality. And so yeah, we were hanging out, and he wanted to show me this awesome place.
Excuse you, someone who's riding their bike. Shh. Shut up. Shut up.
Anyway, there's like this kind of forest behind his house, and he really wanted to there's like so many people around, it's making me self-conscious.
Right? Okay.
But he wanted to show me this spot in this forest that where he goes to kind of like get away, you know. And I was just like,
That sounds like a dream kiss.
I know. And then but I was like,
it's your best.
I know, but then I was like, I don't really like want to walk anywhere right now because I was lazy. But then we were gonna go to the end of the football game at my high school. But before that, I like looked outside, and because my mom texted me saying that it was raining, and I was like, it's raining? Hey, we should go to that spot. So we went to that spot like in the forest, and we were talking, but we were like kind of like talking, like it was like awkward, like not actually like over shoulder kind of hugging,
yeah.
Just like awkward, like, you know, like
just like hanging on to each other. I know
yeah.
what you mean.
And I kind of as my ex says, I'm an aggressive flirter. Like, I flirt with people by being mean to them. So I was going through this phase where I was saying shut up all the time. And so he was making fun of me, and I told him, like, I was like, shut up! And he was like, how do you want me to shut up? And I was like,
Your stories take forever.
I know, shut up. Shut up! Anyway, I was like,
Shut up!
I don't know. And he was like, can I guess? And I was like, sure. Because I totally knew he was going to kiss me. So then he kissed me, and we ended up, like, making out for, like, 5 minutes. And I was like, this is great. This is a good time. That's my best first kiss story, too. The end. I go into detail in my stories.
I know you do. Actually, my best kiss was Brendan. And it was our first kiss. Well, not our first kiss, but it was our second
That was like
kiss.
a weird ow.
Our first kiss, I kissed him right in front of my house because he was like, are you going to kiss me now that we're hanging out separately from not, like, with Jaden?
I hated the guys always, like, kind of ask, and it's like, just freaking kiss me, you butt.
I know. But now I'm like...
She just ran into that plant.
But it was our second kiss, and we had just gone to somebody's house and got paid for showing somebody where somebody else's house were. No names are gonna be mentioned.
Nice.
But we came back and we ended up. I had been. Oh yay.
Blowing. Oh yay. That was so dramatic.
Okay. And we were sitting on the couch, and I was sitting on his lap, kind of. He ended up like, I don't know, like I was laying on his lap like this, except his legs were downwards, like sitting on the couch, and he ended up like kissing me like this, basically. But like, there was something different about that kiss. Not like because it was weird or anything, but it was.
Kind of reminds me of my first kiss with Anthony. That was a Spider-Man kiss. It was awkward because I was like uncomfortable because I was like, I know that you want to kiss me, and so his hair was like hanging down like this, and I was like,
There's people.
hi people, I like your shirt. Okay, oh, I like it too.
I know. It's a wolf.
You should yell it. I
Bark.
like your shirt.
Bark.
Hi.
Bark.
Okay,
Bark.
are we done with the best kiss?
Oh yeah. Okay.
So is it my time for best adventures?
No, you started with the best kiss.
I did? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it took you forever.
Best adventure.
Okay, so now we're doing best adventure. My best adventure, I don't know, like I haven't been on a lot of adventures, but
I've been on all too many. I can't even remember all of them. That's saying
I've barely
something.
even been out of state, so my best
Ooh.
adventure was probably actually
Twitch.
with Brendan, and we ended up longboarding from my house. Well, I was on my big ass longboard that comes up
Big
here,
ass longboard.
which is like 5 feet tall. Shut up, I'm short. But and he was riding his cruiser, and so we ended up like, he was trying to like tell me where to go, and I'm like, no, I know where this is at, and he ended up like getting it all wrong, and I proved him wrong. But we had to end up walking through marshland. And it was muddy, and so my shoe almost got stuck in the ground. So there's this big nice footprint on my board for the next 2 weeks. It was wonderful, but we ended up going down to the lake and just hanging out at the lake, and the guy there was super nice that let us
There's
in.
like a lake right there. Just thought I should let you know that.
And yeah, that is the lake we went to.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I was saying,
Oh,
like, there's
yeah.
a lake right there. People
Yeah,
don't
it's-
know that there's a lake
It's only
right
like
there.
a mile and a half down.
Lake right there.
Yeah, I know. It's not like in our backyard or something.
I know, but they don't know that.
pretty much is in our backyard. But
I wish it was closer.
I know, but that lake is gross.
It is gross. It smells like sulfur. On really windy days, the entire valley just smells like rotten eggs.
It's gross. Yeah, we ended up like just sitting around and we took a whole bunch of selfies and like I don't know. It was awesome. And then we called my mom to come pick us up. Nice boob in the frame.
You can't tell.
Okay. That was just an insult to yourself.
I know. It's your turn. Okay, best adventure. Well, I've been on a lot of adventures because I've lived in 4 different states, and I've been to like 30 different states and Canada and Mexico and on 2 cruises.
Your hair looks like cotton candy. I just want to eat it.
know.
No, I don't. I'm just kidding.
I watched it yesterday.
I know, but just kidding.
Anyway, but I think, let's see, there's too many. Probably one of my favorite adventures would have been my last cruise, and it was at the Bahamas, and there's this island that was a private island for the cruise line, Royal Caribbean.
That lady has her baby mowing the lawn with her.
It's not like a toddler.
He's like 5
That's
years
the
old.
owners of the cat, the neighborhood cat.
He is like 4 to 5 years old.
Okay, I'm continuing my story now.
I'm sorry.
Anyway,
Shut up, sirens. Oh no, they're after me in my weed.
But anyway, they had this private island that we were only supposed to have 1 day at the island, but we had 2 because there was a storm coming in, and so we couldn't
hurricane?
leave. Yeah, well, yeah, it was the beginnings of a hurricane.
Hey, hi, Fran.
Anyway, it was the beginnings of a hurricane, so we had to stay at that island until it kind of like passed so that we could actually leave. And shut up, deep Philly. Anyway, but it was like a fun island because it was really relaxed because there was just like a couple people who lived there, and so it was mostly just an island just to go and visit. And there was a really nice beach there where they had like these like blow up things like off the beach the kids could play on, and they also had these awesome hammocks that I spent a lot of time in trying to get out of them because it's really hard to get out of hammocks.
Without falling on your face, I assume.
But my favorite part was this guy who would drive around the island on like a bigger go-kart kind of thing, selling drinks, who used to sing this song, and he would go, "Wada, wada, cold beer, 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 beer." And even though that was like 6 years ago, I've always remembered that guy.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, it was a fun day.
You get to end the video.
Okay. End it how?
Okay, so sorry we haven't been making videos.
Yeah, we had technical difficulties and then we got lazy.
Well, like my videos haven't been working whenever
Yeah.
I try to upload them, or whenever you
do DIYs, they never upload.
I know, and it's like, but I want to share this with the world.
And then with our together video from before, that's my fault because we had like a spare video in case we didn't want to do a video. Then I just happened to delete 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's why.
deleted it.
That's why.
Yeah, I figured we weren't gonna use it ever.
Okay, so we're gonna start again.
And then
Now that
I
we're
just
stop being
completely
lazy.
forgot about it last week. But I do make ranting videos on my own channel occasionally, and I did make a ranting video last week. So there's that.
Shut up! No one cares. Okay, maybe the people that might be dying care, but okay, now I sound like a dick.
Okay. Okay, bye.
See ya.